Hey, sister friends, it's Sister Tisha here, and thank you for joining me again on this fantastic Financial Freedom Friday. And today we're talking about the intersection of faith and finance and really about embracing God's blessings. I'm going to start off by asking you this. Have you ever felt called to use your God-given talents and abilities for God's glory, but you hesitated because you thought making money from it would be wrong? Well, if you felt guilty about charging for your services, or you've been hesitant to pursue a career in ministry because of financial concerns, I want to encourage you today. So stick around. Listen, sis, as Christian women, we want to do what's right in God's eyes. That's no brainer. And sometimes it's easy for us then to confuse money making with greed or with selfishness. But did you know that making a living while serving God is not only acceptable, but it's biblical? Let's take a closer look at some scriptures that I thought about when I thought about this topic. And the first one is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and 18. And it says, for scripture says, do not muzzle an ox while it's treading out the grain, and the worker deserves his wages. And in this verse, Paul is quoting from two Old Testament passages, Deuteronomy 25 and 4 and Leviticus 19 and 13. And the first one references it's talking about the concerns, the practice of allowing an ox to eat while it works rather than keeping it hungry. And the second is talking about the importance of paying a worker its due wages promptly. Okay. So Paul uses these passages to reinforce the idea that those who work hard deserve to be compensated for their labor. And this principle is echoed in other places in the Bible, like Proverbs 14 and 23, which says, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty. And as Christian women, we can take comfort in knowing that God doesn't want us to live in poverty. He doesn't want us to be struggling needlessly. This needless pain of the struggle bus is what we need to get off of. He wants us to live an abundant life. He wants us to use our talents. He wants us to use our abilities to bless others and to provide for our own houses, to provide for our loved ones, to provide for his loved ones. And if we're pursuing God's calling for our lives, there is nothing wrong with making a living from it. In fact, it can be a way to bless others and to further God's kingdom here on the earth. So listen, if you've been felt called to step out in faith and to pursue your dreams, I want to invite you to join the waitlist for my upcoming course, Girl Take the Leap. And in this course, we're going to take you through a framework. And that framework, along with the other pieces of the course, are going to give you tools and the confidence you need to pursue your calling and make money while you do it. And what we're going to deal with, really, is those limiting beliefs that are holding you back. They're holding you back from living your best life now. And I want to encourage you once again to go to girltaketheleap.com and take the first step. Take the first step towards living the abundant life that God has called you to live. And remember this, sister friends, God has a plan for your life. And it's time to trust him and to trust him fully, to trust him wholeheartedly with that plan and take the leaps, because it's not just one leap. You're going to have leaps of faith. And it starts here and it starts now. Until we meet